Hello, it's Diana Marchand from dianamarchand.com and welcome to this video. What I want to talk to you today about is your story. So what I'm going to say, I'm going to go through some stuff and think about it. And is this you? Can you relate? Now I'm just closing this because I did a Facebook post about this and I thought it was really good. So I wanted to make a video of it, but I'm going to have to put on my glasses because it's on my screen that I'm going to kind of read, but I need glasses to kind of read better. So there we go. Okay. So are you taking your health for granted right now? Now you probably are. Let me see. Yesterday, it was Tuesday, I had a really bad migraine. It probably started 2 a.m. like kind of in the morning, went all day Tuesday, and it didn't end until kind of in the middle of the night until this morning, right? So about 24 hours. And it always makes me realize, wow, do I ever take feeling good like I do today for granted? And I'm sure most of us do, right? When we're walking around and we feel like, okay, we're like, yeah, we don't think about our health. We don't really tend to go, what if, or how things could really change if we don't really take care of ourselves. So it was an awakening for me. So that's why I wanted to do this video too. So if you're walking around feeling, you just feel okay. And at that time, you don't tend to focus on what you should be eating, how stressed you are, like how you should relieve some of that stress, how you should exercise, get to exercising, because you're just caught up in your everyday thing. So are you doing what it takes to keep yourself healthy, to stay healthy? And I know many of you are because you watch my videos, you're on my email list, you're on my Facebook group, Women Creating Healthy Lives with Passion and Purpose. If you're not, go and join the group. So, give yourself a hand if you're doing those. If you're doing what you can, I celebrate you. Congratulations. But many of you, I know, are not, I'm not perfect either. I mean, I eat fries like I've talked about. I love beer. I have Lay's plain potato chips sometimes. So I'm not perfect, but it's not about being perfect. It's about more in moderation. It's about really realizing that you can have some of the food you love, but if you eat most of the time really healthy. So kind of like the 80-20 rule, the 80% really good, 20% kind of those things that you love, right? The foods that you love and you're not quite ready to give up. Now you eat little bits at a time. So that's kind of the way I do it, and I find works really well. And are you moving your body? Are you exercising? Are you doing something? I even go down the hall and do lunges and squats up and down the hall in the condo, or up and down the stairs in the condo. There's like 3 or 4 flights of stairs. Easy to do. You can do it. Go for a walk on your lunch break. Go for a walk after work. Even if you start with just 10 to 15 minutes, get outside, breathe the fresh air, move your body, do some stretching, do some yoga, whatever. And when you're eating, notice what foods you are eating, right? So let's get on to how most of you live your day, right? So now we know that we're not really conscious of what we eat lots of times because it's so much about, I just got to grab something because I'm hungry now, I don't have a lot of time, blah, blah, blah. But you got to realize that the food that you eat is the fuel for your cells. It's what your cells use to build and to multiply, to build other cells. It's the nourishment for every single cell in your body. And what the cells needs, of course, is vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, amino acids, trace minerals, all of these things that your cells need as food. And where do they come from? Our food. So what you're feeding your body, what you're putting into your body is you are becoming. So you definitely are what you eat. And often people tend to grab food that are more like fillers. They may fill you up, like the breads, the pastas, the rices, things like that. They all fill you up, but they don't really have any nutrients in them whatsoever. So you think you're eating food, but it's not really food that fuels your cells and your body, right? That builds this healthy cells. And your cells are constantly renewing themselves. And so it's really true, right? Like your cells, some cells die off and then other cells are reborn. So you're getting this constantly renew of cells all the time. And that is really cool because that means that your body is renewing itself all the time. But the thing is that if you're not giving your body the nutrients it needs to build healthy cells continuously, then what's happening? What's happening to them? If you're not giving your body the food, the fuel that it needs, so the building blocks that it needs to build healthy cells, then what's happening? Well, right, maybe there's more and more bad cells all the time. Those are multiplying, so you're getting more and more bad cells, which lead to, of course, illness and disease in the body, and that's how things begin and deteriorate. So degenerate. Your body's degenerating, right? Your body's aging that way. Without the proper nutrients, your cells do not have the food they need. And this is serious stuff. This is your life, your health, how you live your life, the quality of your life. Now, I know you're busy. Here's what most of you can relate to. You're busy. You have lots to do. You don't have time to think. You are on the go all the time, right? You're so focused on your to-do list, the things that you should be doing, should be buying. You just grab the easy stuff, the prepared stuff, the things you know that are easy to make, and the things that you're in the habit of making that are easy for you to make. You feel okay. I mean, sure, you're tired. You have gained weight. You crash in the afternoon. You feel sluggish. You're bloated. You may be constipated. But isn't everyone, right? Isn't this part of aging? You're not sleeping well, maybe you're foggy brain, you're having a hard time focusing, and you're feeling not well. You're feeling blah, right? And besides, all your friends are feeling the same way, so you feel it is normal. Sure, you'd love to have time for yourself. Time to meditate, maybe do some yoga, sit and have tea, read a book. Wouldn't that be wonderful? But that seems impossible. And you hope that one day you will be able to do that, but not right now. You have obligations, responsibilities, people who rely on you, and saying no does not even seem like an option right now. You did have it. You know, you might have had life planned that things were going to be different for you at this stage of your life. You thought you'd have more time. You thought by this stage you'd be able to do more of the things you'd love to do. You would have this time. You'd be able to maybe do some hobbies or take time for you or to be able to travel. But now you've realized that you're kind of more stuck and that you have less freedom than you ever thought you would. And that can lead you to feeling a bit bitter and resentful, right? And that's not a good thing. You love your families, your friends, your spouse, but why do you always have to be the person that's the go-to person, right? People rely on you. You're the one who handles everything, right? And of course, you're the one who always says yes, when sometimes you should be saying no. I mean, it gets to be too much. You get in overwhelm and you begin to feel exhausted. So enough of this story. As true as it is, I know it is true, right? That these things are happening. But do you want this to change? Do you really want this to change? And don't give me the yeah, but I want it to change, but it's impossible right now because of this, right? So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do and what can you do? You're either the person who gives in and accepts things for just the way they are. You believe that things cannot be changed. Or you're the person who finally says, yes, it's time for me to change. I am ready. If you're that person who wants to change and is ready for things to change for you, then I would like to offer you a free 45-minute session with me. And this can be really powerful. It's going to be on Skype or on the call. And things that we can discuss, things like what is holding you back? What can you begin to do now? How your eating can change a bit. Like we really go through whatever you kind of want to cover. And sometimes it really helps to have someone objective look at the things that sometimes you can't see where the issue is because you're too close to it. And that's the same for everybody. That's the same for me, right? This 45-minute session can be very powerful and for 6 people. So if you get a hold of me or on my Facebook, Women Creating Healthy Lives with Passion and Purpose, or Diana Marchand, contact me and get your free 45-minute session and let's get your life back on track. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.